Hello, Patreon subscribers. This is a new card template that I put together this morning, kind of inspired by some of the cool sci-fi stuff I've been seeing come around in the board game scene recently. Sort of a sci-fi, rustic, cyberpunk combination. It's a little bit odd, but I hope that this looks kind of cool, and maybe you'll get some use out of it too. This is a fully layered PSD, and I've got this card frame in 3 different formats. Here you'll see the traditional vertical sort of a magic format, and I think this is going to be the cool part. I've got this basic design in 3 different formats. So I've got another option here that is a completely horizontal version of this exact same thing. So if you have multiple cards that are in different formats in the same game, they're all going to look the same, or at least part of the same family. I've even got one here that's vertical but split in half. I'm going to go ahead and actually make a data merge document for this as well. So that'll have ready-made text frames in InDesign with a spreadsheet. And I'm going to see if I can put this together in such a way that I can have one document that incorporates all 3 of these very, very different layouts and have it be organized in a very clear way. This is going to be some kind of next level data merge stuff, and if it works, then you'll see that shortly here. Okay, I've got this whole layout all done here. It looks pretty complicated, a lot of placeholders and oriented in a very weird way here. So let's preview this and see what it looks like. And hitting W so I can hide all of the outlines of the frames and stuff. And you can see pretty much what this looks like when it's laid out. I'm previewing the first row here, and then you can just see row number 2, row number 3. Cool. This is pretty standard data merge stuff so far. Where things get interesting is that I have changed the layout on some cards to be horizontal. So here we have horizontal layout 1, horizontal layout 2, and horizontal layout 3. And then I've also done the bisected version of this, which is just bisect 1, bisect 2, and bisect 1 again, I guess. That may have been a typo there. Gotta look into that. Let's look at the spreadsheet then and confirm. Yes. Okay, so just going over what this spreadsheet looks like here. So under the type column here, I've typed in the words vertical layout. That corresponds to the placeholder that you'll see in the vertical layout here. In the layers palette on the InDesign file, I've broken out some of the text that would be consistent on some layouts and different on some others, just to keep it easy to organize. So some text won't be moving around at all, and in those cases, I've put them onto the layer called vertical and bisect text. You can see I'm turning that layer on and off now. That includes things like the cost, these A, B, and C that I put into this little banner area, the card title, the artist credit, and a little bit of like a code or something you can put into the bottom corner here. Going through this spreadsheet, you can see that I have different columns for tags and text that are going to have to be in different placeholder text frames in the layout. And you can see that here in the type horizontal, type bisect columns that I've made. Again, with standard data merge stuff, you can just name these whatever you like, Mo, Larry, Curly, whatever you want, as long as you know how things are organized. And in this case, I just thought it would be easier to label these columns according to where the text would appear in the actual layout. Again, cost on the vertical layout and the bisected layout actually appears in the same place, so I have put them into the same column. But the cost that appears on a horizontal layout has to be somewhere else, and so I put that into its own column as well. Continuing on, you can see I've got text that has to appear in a couple different places in the layout. Text vertical, text horizontal, and text bisect is where I'm putting the actual card text in this spreadsheet. And as a little added bonus for Patreon subscribers, I've set up this body text to have a grep style where you can just type 2 spaces in a row, double space, like this. And I have a character style that is called line break. And in the body text paragraph style, I have assigned the line break character style to any instance of 2 spaces in a row. And the only character attributes that character style has is that the tracking has been set to absolutely the maximum, 10,000. As a result, this will turn any double space into basically a ad hoc line break. It'll basically tell InDesign, I want you to space out these 2 spaces as wide as you possibly can, and in most cases that means that it's going to force the following text to go down to the next line. Back to the spreadsheet, it's the same story, again with the art here. I've got an art vertical, art horizontal, and art bisect column. Those correspond to the placeholders that I have in the art layer here. In fact, I have 3 different placeholders for art. I have one here that would be for the bisect, one over here that would be for the vertical layout, and one over here that's for the horizontal layout. If I toggle through some of these cards, you can see how this changes up. Now we're into the horizontal. Now we're into the bisected layout. Let me turn these layers back on so you can see what this looks like. Pretty cool, right? I dig it. Now let's update this. Let's update these card titles really quick because that is an error. It's a small thing, but I like to be accurate. Then I'm going to download this spreadsheet, saving it to the support folder, saving over my old CSV, updating data source, turning on preview again. Cool. Now that card is correct. You see bisect 1, bisect 2, and bisect 3. Cool. Now I hope you dig this layout. You can mess around with it as much as you like. This is going to be going out to subscribers this weekend. Hope you dig it. Yeah, please send me any comments if you want to see some more stuff like this. Thanks very much. Bye.